Have you ever wondered what lies behind the haunting tale of Dracula? In the chill of the Transylvanian night, a shadowy figure began to weave a web of darkness. Count Dracula, an ancient malevolence, was growing stronger, his insidious powers fed by an unholy hunger for blood. One by one, unsuspecting victims fell prey to his curse. Their life force drained as the Count's strength surged with each drop of blood consumed. In the midst of this chilling saga, our protagonist emerged, a man named Jonathan. He found himself trapped in a terrifying dance with death, torn between the instinct for survival and an inexplicable connection to the vampire lord. With each passing day, Jonathan was drawn further into the heart of the castle, the eerie rhythm of the ancient fortress pulsing in his veins. As each victim fell, the Count grew stronger, and Jonathan found himself pulled deeper into Dracula's web. Beneath the castle's surface, in forgotten crypts and hidden passages, the final confrontation took shape. At the epicenter of this ancient stronghold, Jonathan, now just a ghost of the man he once was, stood face to face with the infamous Count Dracula. The tension was palpable, like the charged moments before a thunderstorm. The Count, his eyes burning with an unholy crimson light, flexed his considerable power. The air around him stirred, a visible manifestation of the dark energy he commanded. It was a show of strength designed to intimidate, to establish dominance, but Jonathan, despite his weakened state, refused to back down. With each passing moment, his resolve hardened. He was not just fighting for his own life, but for every soul the Count had ensnared in his web of darkness. It was a desperate struggle, a battle of wills waged in the heart of darkness itself. The air crackled with unholy energy as the crimson-eyed lord unleashed his full might. As dawn approached, the castle walls seemed to groan under the weight of centuries. A tremor of anticipation, a shudder of dread, ran through the ancient stones as the first rays of sunlight pierced the darkness. An ethereal glow painted the crumbling fortress, a beacon of hope in the heart of the night. In the bowels of the castle, the air crackled with tension. Jonathan, a mere silhouette of the man he had once been, stood toe-to-toe with the monstrous Count Dracula. His heart pounded, his breath hitched, but his resolve was unwavering. In his hand he clutched a wooden stake, the only weapon that could end the vampire's reign of terror. With a primal cry, Jonathan lunged. His arms swung, his aim true. The stake plunged into the heart of the monster, a desperate act of survival against the face of eternal darkness. With a guttural howl, Count Dracula crumbled into dust, his malevolence dissipating like fog in the morning sun. The castle, once a haven for darkness, began to crumble, and the survivors fled, leaving behind the legend of Dracula. As the ancient stones fell, the survivors scattered like leaves before a storm, their hearts heavy with relief and sorrow. They carried with them not only the physical scars of their ordeal, but also the haunting memories of the castle and its crimson-eyed lord. The once imposing fortress was now a crumbling ruin, a skeletal reminder of the horror that had unfolded within its walls. Its towers, once piercing the night sky, were now broken and bent, and the moonlight shone through the gaping holes, casting long, eerie shadows. As the survivors found their way back to their homes, they carried with them a story that would chill the heart of anyone who heard it. The tale of Count Dracula, the ancient vampire and his insidious powers, passed from one generation to the next. It echoed through the haunted valleys of Transylvania, whispered in hushed tones around crackling fires. The legend spoke of a castle cursed by the eternal night, a haven for creatures of darkness. It told the tale of a man, Jonathan, who dared to defy the boundaries between life and death. His struggle against the ancient vampire, his fight for survival, became a cautionary tale, a stark reminder of the thin line between humanity and monstrosity. Yet, as the years passed, the castle and its dark lord became more than just a tale of horror. They became a symbol, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the power of hope in the face of overwhelming darkness. They became a reminder that even in the darkest of nights, the dawn will always come. The crimson veil that once shrouded the ancient fortress lifted, revealing the ruins of a once mighty castle. But the echoes of that fateful night lingered, whispered on the wind, etched into the very stones of the castle, ensuring that the legend of Dracula, the tale of the castle cursed by eternal night, would continue to cast its shadow for generations to come.